Does anyone want to have a bottle of Jack tonight? Does anyone want to get wasted? If I was 18 years old right now, and if there was a cop in this room, I would probably be arrested. I would have a criminal record. I would have a fine of $4,000. And if I was driving, I would have my license be suspended. But if I was 18 years old, I would be eligible to serve my country in the army and die in a war. And I could vote for any presidential elections. There have been many issues regarding the legal drinking age and the alcohol. The alcohol has been deemed for many individuals who are not 21 as the forbidden fruit. And the legal age creates a lot of age discrimination, because is 21 really the magic number that everyone has to reach in order to start drinking legally? Also, the prohibition creates a lot of mystification that increases the desire for many individuals to test the waters, even though they're not supposed to. And that could potentially lead to many deaths, primarily to many college students. According to College Drinking, in 2009, 1,800,000 college students between the ages of 18 and 24 die from alcohol-related unintentional injuries, including motor vehicle accidents. I have never been an alcohol addict, but I have experienced alcohol by drinking in moderation, and I think that the drinking age should be eliminated, because individuals can test the waters in moderation and they can draw their limits on their own. The age restriction causes a lot of problems, because many individuals, they consume alcohol very rapidly and they turn into binge drinkers, and later on they develop a criminal mentality amongst minors when they drink to excess. There are approximately 80,000 deaths attributable to excessive use of alcohol each year in the United States. This makes excessive alcohol the third leading lifestyle-related cause of death for the nation. In addition to this, the cost of enforcement is unnecessary, not only because the government spends a lot of money to enforce the law, but a lot of police officers, they chase young individuals where they could be focused on serious crimes, such as child molestation, rape, or burglary. Now, let me tell you my experience with alcohol. When I was in Greece, at the age of 16, I had my first taste of alcohol in moderation with my friends at a bar. And I was feeling very confident because I know that I was not breaking the law. Everything was fine. However, as soon as I arrived in the United States to start college, I was under the constant fear of whether or when I would get arrested, because I know I was doing it illegally. And I also thought that I would soon, immediately and indefinitely would get deported, because I'm not a US citizen, and if I break the law, I'll go to jail or get deported. Nevertheless, that mindset could be changed by establishing the right mindset that we all can drink in moderation and that we can experience by testing the waters. Therefore, we'll be more likely to handle responsibility, and we will be demystified at a younger age. Now let's visualize the benefits of eliminating the drinking age and leave it as it is. By eliminating the drinking age, the cost to taxpayers will be reduced. There won't be many accidents as people are mystified, and individuals will be demystified at a younger age. On the other hand, if we have the law as it is, the uncertainty will continue to grow, the cost to taxpayers will increase, and many ordinary individuals like me and you will be deemed as criminals. So let's eliminate the drinking age. Let the law enforcement focus on any violent crimes. And let's provide to all the teenagers a legitimate college experience, which they are seeking since they will get there. By that way, they will be more likely to handle responsibility, they will mature early, and they will be taking care of their own. Thank you. Yes?
First, relying on teenagers as good judgment is about the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard.
Right.
But that aside, I think one example of it, I want to know, do you know if alcoholism rates in this country are lower than those, higher or lower than those in other countries where alcohol is not forbidden?
Well, considerably in the United States, the rates are more higher than any other continents. I know only from Europe because that's where I come from. In Europe, many individuals, they are demystified at a younger age because the law enforcement is very lenient towards alcohol use. And the legal drinking age is at 18 years old. So many individuals, they don't get into accidents just because they know they mature early and they are more likely to handle responsibility. Yes?
Follow up on that. But maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe in Greece, people who drink with their families and they don't have this mystification of alcohol, right?
Yeah.
But in the United States, a lot of families are more conservative, and then when the kid leaves to college, he experiments, and even adults here drink a lot. The social
Right.
doesn't exist so much maybe in Greece. Maybe the laws match the United States and don't necessarily match Greece.
What do you guys think about that? Anyone want to follow up with his question?
Well, the law used to be 18 in the United States, and there were millions of accidents, and the reason that they changed it is because there's statistical data saying that we have so many deaths of people 18 to 21. So you can say it's better for public safety, you can say it's better, but it's not true. Like, there's years and years worth of data in all the states, including recently New Orleans just changed about a year ago. So how can you say that the law here it would make it better to...
Then why 21? Is 21 the magic number?
Statistics, yeah. That's when the rates of accidents went down. I mean, it's all based on data.
Were you mystified before testing the waters of alcohol?
That's not the point.
Why not?
Because the point is that you're making an argument about public safety and people dying, but the data says
Right.
that they will. They did. That's why they changed it.
Well, drinking and driving is a total different argument because people, like they learn how to handle responsibility once they are demystified from alcohol. That is a total different argument. That is illegal, and of course I agree with the law that you shouldn't drink and drive. Yes? Sorry.
So to go about changing this law
Right.
and proposing maybe age 18,
Right.
how do you think or how would you convince Congress to vote back, to return the age back to 18? What are the chances of that happening? Which congressman or woman is going to say, let's change it back?
Well, I'm not the FBI. I'm not anybody who works for the government. But again, I know my argument is counterintuitive, but at the same time it's reasonable. Just because many individuals, why would they have to start drinking at the age of 21 and not at a younger age, or not no age at all? Right? It's better, because why like the young adults, they will have the parental guidance. They will be guided by their parents. But when they start becoming adults, they could handle responsibility on their own.
So what are the chances of that changing? What are the chances of that law changing?
I don't know. I cannot predict the future. There are changes every now and then, so we'll see. Yes.
Okay, now let's stop. Time.
Yeah.